Good morning, ladies. Welcome back. A couple weeks ago, we did my AM skincare routine and tutorial. Well, we are back again today to do my PM skincare routine and tutorial, and you better believe it is going to be chocked full of anti-aging ingredients. In my anti-aging tutorial video, I did talk a lot about my skincare, my routine, all the little different nitty-gritties to go with it, and I don't want to repeat myself in this video, so I did put that video down in the drop-down box below, as well as in the corresponding blog post. So you can get to them there, and you're not going to want to miss out watching that one to get a lot of history and a lot of details about my skin. I also include in the drop-down box and on the blog post all the products that I am talking about, and I'm basically going to do it the same way. I'm going to talk about a product, and then we will go right into a little routine of a little tutorial sharing exactly how I use that. So without further ado, let's get started. Because I am a false eyelash wearer pretty much every single time I do makeup, that is the very first step to my PM skincare routine, is removing my false eyelashes, and then I put them in this little case right here. Don't forget that I just recently did a false eyelash tutorial. I will have it linked below. You don't want to miss it. Now, I prefer a non-waterproof mascara, but I still apply several coats. So to remove my mascara, along with the excess lash glue that can be lingering around, what I have found that works best for me is this Egyptian Magic. One of you had recommended it to me, and it is wonderful for removing mascara. But what I like to do to vamp it up and speed up the process is I rub the Egyptian Magic on my eye, but then I also put on a little cotton round. One of these little cotton rounds right here. I have been loving this simple dual effect eye makeup remover. I believe it's a newer product, but I've really been loving the combination together, and it immediately removes all of my eye makeup. After I remove all of my eye makeup, that is when I move on to removing my face makeup. I have used for years the Olay Daily Cleansing Wipes. Now these are like a dry washcloth. The soap is actually in the washcloth, and then you dispose them when you're done. So these are great for travel, and I always feel they have worked wonderful to take the makeup off. I also have bought these in different ones. There's more of an exfoliating one. There's 3 or 4 different ones, and to be honest with you, I think they all work wonderful. I really don't put too much emphasis on which one I use because I love them all. Now let me just mention that sometimes I do remove my makeup and do my whole PM skincare routine on the road. When I am doing that, I will use a facial cleansing towelette to remove my makeup. And again, this is an area where I just kind of move all over the place. If something's on sale, I will pick it up. I don't put a lot of emphasis into my cleansers. It's my other stuff, my other products that I put on my face. That's where I really hone in on being a little bit more choosier and pickier about what I'm using, but not really on the removal of my makeup part. But I do love these Burts Bees exfoliating peach and willow bark ones. These have been great, so I would recommend them. Once I feel I have removed pretty much all of my makeup with the Olay cleansing cloth, I move on to a cleanser. And this is where I had mentioned in my AM tutorial that I don't really feel it is necessary to spend a lot of money. You can save your dollar with your cleanser because your cleanser is not on your face long enough to really penetrate the skin or make a big difference. I think the biggest key with your PM cleanser is that you want to make sure it is removing all of that makeup. I use several different products. I certainly have high-end products. I have this one by Tata Harper. I love it, but it's super, super pricey. I don't feel it's necessary. I also don't have a problem using cleansers that are sent to me. A lot of times we will get a free gift with purchase and we'll get a cleanser in it. I say use it. If you don't have any reaction to the skin, never let it go to waste. Another one I have is by Mederma. This was also sent to me. This one is not pricey. But I also have one of my favorites, the Philosophy Micro Delivery Exfoliating Wash. I talked about this in my AM skincare tutorial. I really don't care. My whole goal is really just to be able to get all of my makeup off. This is also when I pull out my Clarisonic Smart Profile again, because that is going to help make sure I get every last trace of makeup off. From there, I like to tie in a little micellar cleansing water. Boy, I have really liked since these products have came out on the market, because what these products generally will do is they will make sure that any trace of anything left on your skin is going to be removed. I have a couple here. I have the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. I have loved this one. And I have also loved the Simple Micellar Cleansing Water that I recently picked up. Again, use it with a cotton round, use it all over the face. The other thing, don't forget, like I had mentioned in my AM skincare routine, is don't ever neglect the neck and décolleté. That's very important. Now, although I would never sleep with makeup on, in fact, even as a teenager, I could not fall asleep if I had any makeup on. When all of my girlfriends were coming home late at night and they were just going right to bed, I was always that one in the bathroom washing my face. You know, I grew up with cystic acne, in and out of dermatologist offices, and I was always the one taking care of my skin, and I had all this acne, and my friends were the ones with flawless skin and they were going to sleep with their makeup on. So go figure if that isn't how it works. But I do have to say that there are nights when we just don't have as much time to put into our PM skincare. You know, we get home late from one of our kids' sporting events, we're exhausted, and you already know, if you follow me on Snapchat, a lot of times I do my skincare routine in my car on my way home. Just to have it done so when I get home I can jump into bed for the night. That's always the ultimate goal with me, is to jump into bed. These next two products I don't use if I am pressed for time. I use these products if I have the time to really invest in doing the whole gamut. But when I don't have the time to do the whole gamut, these next two steps will get skipped. And I will make sure I indicate all of that in the corresponding blog post. It won't be in the drop-down box below because I keep that more brief, but if you go to the corresponding blog post, I always add a couple extra details there. These were sent to me. They are by TwinMedix. I have been loving the TwinMedix line. I've talked about it in my AM skincare tutorial, and I will be talking about it again today. The first one that I use is the Pro Essentials X Resurface. This again is going to be like that gommage that I talked about, which is French for gumming. I talked about it in my AM skincare tutorial, but this is another one that I really love, and there is just something about that extra exfoliating of the skin that I love. When I get done with that, I move on to the Pro Essentials O2 Transform. There is something about this product that just blows my mind. I am in love with it. I will, of all the TwinMedix, which I love them all, and I would recommend them all, this is what I don't think I could live without. There is something about this product that brings me sheer happiness. From there, I will move on to a toner, and this is not a step that I skip. I have two here. I have the Dickinson's Witch Hazel Pore Perfecting Toner. I've used this for years. It is wonderful. It is drugstore pricing. I love it. And this big bottle will last you a long time, but not too long ago, I was sent the Mederma Facial Toner right here, and I really love this one. I actually think I like it more than I do the Dickinson's, so I am just about out of this one, and when I am out, I think I am just going to stick with the Mederma. I do have to chime in. I know that I shared the Mederma and the Dickinson's as toners that I love, and I do, but in the evening, I love the Pixie Glow Tonic. This is a 5% glycolic acid exfoliating toner. This is my favorite one to use in the evening time. I love to use glycolic acid, especially in my evening skincare. So this is the one that I always use in the evening. I use the Dickinson's, which I now am out, and gonna probably get the Mederma one, and I love those ones for the morning. But Pixie Glow Tonic, this is the one that I would recommend for the PM skincare routine. Next up on the PM agenda is going to be a prescription retinoid. I have two here, basically same product. One is just a gel form and one is a cream form. We have the tretinoin cream and we also have Tazarac. I use the highest strength, which is 0.1%. Been using this for years. It is something you generally need to work your way up to. You know I am really into my anti-aging ingredients. I really believe that everyone over the age of 30, maybe 35 at the latest, should be incorporating a prescription strength retinoid into their regime. See your dermatologist, get a prescription for one. A lot of times they have little discount cards that they can give to you to help you save some money with your insurance. You can always ask for a generic brand. I do believe as well you can now buy Differin, which would be another type of retinoid, right over the counter. So take advantage of that. What I do with this product is I alternate it with my 19% glycolic acid night treatment. I am currently out of that. I am so bummed. I meant to get it last week as I was traveling past my dermatologist office and I forgot. But what I generally do is alternate the two products. I have very resistant skin. My skin has built up to using these powerhouse ingredients and I don't have any reaction, but it's something you are going to have to test and try out for yourself because some people have more sensitive skin than others. As I had mentioned in my AM skincare tutorial, I like to let my products have a little bit of time to sit before putting on the next product. So like I said before, after I apply Tazarac or tretinoin cream, I will give that a little bit of time before I move on to one of my serums. Then again, I love my powerhouse ingredients. I'm also loving the TwinMedix line. It just has been so great. I go on to this one right here. This is called the A15 Renew. I put this on, I let it sit for a while. I don't skip this step, but the next one, if I'm pinched for time, I will skip using this one. This is the E5 Defend because you can also get away with using this one just in the AM. Again, sometimes we have to back off a little bit because time is of the essence and that's when I will, but I never skip this one right here. Then moving on to my favorite eye gel, the one that I talked about in my AM routine. This is the Firming and Lifting Eye Gel by Algenist. Always on repeat, always one that I will repurchase. Just like in the AM, I have a whole arsenal of moisturizers for the face, so I'm always mixing it up. You do know I love my Vichy one. I will have that one linked below. That is always one that I will recommend, but I am also using up some of the moisturizing creams that were sent to me. I really am not super picky about my moisturizing cream. All of these are powerhouses. They all have the ingredients. But what I do always use is my Clarins Radiance Booster. I apply this, as you will see, with my moisturizer to give that self-tanning glow to my skin. This is the self-tanner that I prefer to use for my face. And what I love is you just mix that little bit in with your moisturizer and apply it all over. So I put the moisturizer in the palm of my hand, and then I will do 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I'll do 4. 3 is probably good because I'm not that tan. You can kind of push on the bottom, but really if you tip upside down, it will just come out on its own. So the oil is with the moisturizer, and then you want to really rub your hands together really well like this. You also want to be very careful not to get this in your eyes because you definitely will pay. You will wake up with crusted eyes and they will be irritated the next day. I love the smell of the Loccitane. I love anything Loccitane, and I love the smell, and this is a wonderful, wonderful cream. And you want to make sure you rub it in really well. Just avoid that eye area. I also never go to bed without doing some type of lip care. I love this one by CBD for Life. This is a great one, a little bit more emollient than the Nivea Milk and Honey, but that is another one that I absolutely love. This one is really great. I keep it next to my bed. I also share that I always take the remnants of any product that I am putting on my face and put it on the tops of my hands. Just like we don't neglect our neck and décolleté, we don't neglect our hands either, ladies. Our hands are definitely an area that can show the signs of aging, unfortunately. The other thing that I do when I hop into bed, and I keep this right in my nightstand, is I apply the Burts Beeswax hand cream. I cannot use this during the day. You know my love for the Loccitane hand cream. That is always my go-to. But in the evening, I want something that is just a little bit more moisturizing, but I wouldn't be able to write with a pen or anything like that with this. I love the smell of it. It is awesome for keeping your hands moisturized. This will definitely get you through the cold winters. Trust me, love this product. You would not want to use this for daytime. Definitely not. It's pretty greasy, but boy, is it great for bedtime. And it smells, I love it. I love anything almond. There you have it. PM skincare routine, anti-aging, and powerhouse ingredients, just what I love. Thank you again for joining me for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. Don't forget the importance of taking care of your skin, and for you younger girls, the earlier you start, the better off you will be later on. Believe me when I say that. You can tell, when you're my age, you can tell who has taken care of their skin, and you can tell who have not. You can also tell who has been spending too much time in the sun or in sunbeds. It becomes very obvious later on in life, so don't forget the choices that you make when you are young are going to either reap the rewards later or the opposite, and we don't want to be the opposite, girls. So thanks again. Glad you could join me. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, get on it. What are you waiting for? Don't forget to tell everybody about me. Also, don't forget, I am everywhere. I'm on all social media sites. Snapchat is my powerhouse. Make sure you check me out there, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.